What's going on, everyone? Happy Monday. I want to tell you about two things. I'm going to talk to you about why working with a local lender will help your offer when purchasing. And I got to tell you a story about this because it's blowing my mind. Now, all these educations that I do and tips are all to help you, the positive, to help you out. And there are times I get so mad and I'm like, I gotta tell them this story. And Marissa's like, no, you gotta be positive. You can't be negative. And I go, I get it. But at the same time, I do have to tell the public things. I do have to understand because literally every single day we're dealing with somebody losing a deal or something because of nonsense. And I'm going to teach you about this one in a second. But let's start with local lender on a positive note, okay? So we put an offer in here. Sable's going nuts. Sable doesn't like it either. So we put an offer in for a buyer. Marissa writes in, hey, this is the lender they're using. They're a local lender. Everyone knows who they are. Here's their phone number. You can go to their place. They know what they're doing. They've done all their due diligence. Da, 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 da. So the listing agent calls us last night and said we had multiple offers. And most of them were all the same exact offer. But they loved yours because that you're working with a local lender. We know who this lender is. They got a good reputation. They know what they're doing. And this is what I'm talking about all the time. There's little aspects to the deal. Yes, there's price and there's escrow and there's this and that. But it helps when you're working with a lender that knows what they're doing, a local. So there are big banks out there and other banks or lenders that people think, oh, they're good and they're not. And it drives me crazy because here's one prime example. If I have to call an extension number to get to your lender, probably not a good thing, right? Because a lot of these people, you're just another number. You're just another thing on their desk of a person that you never met before. And it's a nightmare dealing with them. And sometimes they don't know who the underwriter is. They're just looking at it. They go next. They don't answer their phone. They're always in. It's a nightmare. And there's probably agents out there listening to this right now being like, oh my God, it is. I mean, I remember requirements for certain banks and I'm like, why are you requiring this for? Oh, but that's what we're requiring. I'm like, you don't need that. And it's so frustrating that I don't want to work with those banks anymore, right? So when somebody comes in with a local bank or somebody that's known or I've worked with before that's a really good lender, I'm like, oh, this is good. I know this is going to work. And this is a proven fact right here. It worked for us. So the seller and listing agent was like, great. We know them. We can call them. We can go to their office. We know they do their due diligence. We know they're not going to waste their time taking your client on because they know they do the right thing. They know they can rush things. There's a lot of different things. I can keep going on with it. So that's why I said it's important. The other thing is we have the home inspector on call. We're putting in an offer. If we get it accepted, we need to make sure that we have the home inspection set up. So the second we got the offer accepted, we have the home inspection set up in 2 days. And the seller and listing agent's like, that's phenomenal. And that's what drives me nuts about all the baloney BS I hear from all these agents like, oh, I need 10 days. The inspectors are backed up. Baloney. You're not calling up these inspectors and letting them know that you're putting offers on things to give them a heads up. It's all about work, man. Look, we're good at what we do, okay? We know what to do. We have over 90 transactions this year already. I teach you guys everything to make your deals better, right? So at the end of the day, there's no excuses. There's no, oh, I need more time. No. Listen, this is a serious business to help people, whether it's buying or selling, giving the right advice, telling people sometimes what they don't want to hear. Hey, I don't think you should sell. I don't think you should buy, right? It's about helping, educating, and guiding. That brings me to my next thing. What's a CDD? We had an agent put in an offer last night. Now, when we get offers, and it's in a CDD community, what we discuss with our sellers is they might be pre-approved. This goes back to local lender. But does the lender understand there's a CDD on the property, which definitely changes things up? Let me explain. You have two houses that are both $200,000. One's in a CDD community, one's not. Two different price points. If you're approved for the non-CDD, you might be on the cusp. Oh, there's a CDD there, which is an extra $1,500 to $2,000 a year. You might not be approved. The agent goes, what's a CDD? I don't know what a CDD is. I go, so you're working with a buyer who asked you what a CDD is, so you can turn to me and ask me what a CDD is? And yet right before that, she said, I've been doing this for a long time. I sell lots of properties, right? What? You don't even know what a CDD is? and you're helping people and you're not even guiding them in the right direction. It's like me going to my doctor and being like, hey, I think I got something wrong with my eyes. Okay, let me call another doctor. Hey, I don't know how to do this, even though I'm a doctor. It's like, and I mean, it's like, it's so frustrating because I would love to be able to go to this buyer and go, you're hiring an agent who doesn't know anything about this business. You wonder why you're not getting your offers accepted. What's a CDD? And again, I'll go over the CDD and what a CDD is on another video for everyone that needs and more education on it. And agents, if you don't know what a CDD is, buckle up because I guess I'll teach you. So it's important to use a local lender. And it's also important to work with someone that knows minor stuff that every realtor should know. So any questions you need to know, please let me know. CDD coming this week. More education. I promised you guys some stuff in the past, which I will do. Any questions you have, let me know. Happy Monday. Talk to you soon.